Hello, everyone. This is the 3 Degrees Podcast. My name is Randy Stone. So glad you are here. It's a good day. It's a good day. Say, as Christians, we are to uphold God's righteous standard. We're to uphold his standard in the world. Now, the world is a fallen place, so we're going to uphold God's righteous standard in this fallen world. Now, how do we do that? How do we not succumb or not be brought down by worldliness, but uphold godliness in the middle of the world? How is that? I don't know. I'm glad you asked. We inherit the kingdom. And we inherit the kingdom in our heart. So, Isaiah 11:2, it says, "The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him," Jesus Christ. "The Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of the knowledge and fear of the Lord." Isaiah 11:2. So, these spirits, these understanding, wisdom, counsel, might, knowledge, fear of the Lord, Jesus embodies these spirits. And so when we have faith in Jesus, when we say, "Jesus, be Lord of my life," we make an exchange. We make an exchange for our lack, for where we miss it. We make this exchange. We give him the lack, and he redeems us with his goodness. And so this is goodness, wisdom, understanding. We have goodness. We can grow in that. Our minds can be renewed to these spirits, to these things of God, so that we can uphold God's righteous standard. So it's not we're trying to be wise or trying to get to something. We have it. We have it right now. I have it right now. It may be small, maybe mustard seed, but I have it. So that means if I have it, I can grow it. I can apply and develop wisdom. I can apply and develop understanding, counsel, might, and knowledge and fear of the Lord. I can develop that. I can, by using it, and then I can receive more. We can grow, and we can use that to uphold God's righteous standard. Now, it says in 1 Corinthians 5:6, "Your glorying is not good. Do you not know that a little leaven leavens the whole lump?" And so a little bit of something will ruin the rest of it. We cannot afford, we have to uphold God's righteous standard. We have to be the standard bearers and not allow worldliness to move us off a godly mark. So if we stand up for something, then that's what we stand up for. We stand up for what God said. That's what we believe. And we don't back off of that. And because Jesus did that, we can do that. We can be as he was in this world. And that's good news. That's good stuff. That's really good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And so we take this righteous standard, and now we set out to solve the issues and problems that every growing person faces. Every growing person is going to face issues, problems, adversity. Things are going to happen. Even if we're not growing, we're going to face issues. So how do we do that? If we have a formula, if we have something that we can use every time we come up against a mountain, up against an adversity, then that takes takes the fear out of handling the situation. So the first thing, kingdom system, kingdom way to solve problems, to uphold God's righteous standard, because we have his spirit, is get the facts. So the key thing, the first thing we want to do to solve an issue is get all the facts we can about the problem and about the solution. Find all the facts. Get the facts. Just because we heard from somebody, one thing does not mean that's the whole story. Everybody's heard there's two sides to every story. I would say there's even more than that. Get all the facts. How do these facts put together? How do these things go together? Right? And this is not emotional. Getting the facts is no time to get angry. It's no time to get sad. It's no time to be emotional. We're just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. We're just getting the facts. Get the facts. What are the facts? Just the facts. Get the facts. That's the first thing. Once we have facts, once we have a base of information, we need to have wise counsel. We need to take these facts to our common sense. Corporations have a board of directors. Ministries have a board of directors. Everybody should have a board of directors, so to speak. People that will speak truth into your life. People that we can go to, in recovery circles. They have sponsors and they have mentors. We all should have people in common to bring these facts to help us sort them out. This isn't the Lone Ranger and Tonto. The Lone Ranger even had Tonto. This isn't the time to handle everything yourself. It is to bring it to trusted advisors, to trusted people, so that we can, number 3, make a wise plan. We want to make a wise plan. And the way you make a wise plan is to have wise counsel. If we don't have wise counsel, no, you can get common sense from some people that don't know anything. That'd be horrible, right? If you see, you don't want to get marriage advice from someone who's been married 6 times. It's just, they may not be the best one. Find someone who's been, if you want marriage advice, find people that have been married for a long time. Then ask them. You don't want to get financial advice from someone who's broke. Broke as the 10 Commandments Moses dropped when he came down the mountain. We don't want that. We don't want to get financial advice from someone who's broke. That's crazy. We don't want to do that. We want to apply common sense. We want to get a wise plan, and then we start to execute that plan. Now, there's a thing when you have to write down or write out what we want to do. When you write it out, okay, all right, that's the way to go. You have to have vision. We have to see how something, it depends on how big or small problem. This is how you handle this is how I handle all the problems. All the problems, this is how we do it. Get the facts, wise counsel, develop a wise plan. That's big problems, little problems. This is a system. It's a formula they just put into these things. And when you write them down, we can foresee maybe some things that are going to challenge that, and we can sidestep problems and issues. And it's less fearful. It's less scary. It's, I heard a while back that a lot of people are going through life hoping something greater than themselves or something too big for them never happens. So something so big they can't handle it never happens. We don't need to go through life in fear. We can go through life in faith because we have faith in Christ. Christ has wisdom. In James, he tells us if we lack wisdom, we should ask, and he'll give it to us. He'll give us this wisdom. Often he'll use common sense. Often he's going to use people that we already know as the common sense. It won't be necessarily you hear something, but when you hear somebody else say it, then you'll hear it. So often it's that way. We use common sense to solve issues and problems. Now, Proverbs 1 said, verse 5 says, a wise man will hear an increase in learning. A man of understanding will attain wise counsel. A man of understanding will attain wise counsel. So this is a Proverbs. We increase in learning and we attain wise counsel. Proverbs 1:5. Proverbs 11:14. Where there is no counsel, the people, I got a little button right in front of that thing. Move. There. The people fall. Where there is no wise counsel, the people fall. But in a multitude of counselors, there is safety. Apt answers and timely words. In a multitude of counselors, there is safety. And that's the way I like to look at this. When I have a multitude of counselors, when I have people around me that care about and that I can turn to and trust, and I can say, what about this? What about that? And get their insights, what they see, think, and feel, I'm safe in that. I know I'm not going to run off the dock and end up somewhere I don't want to be. But where there's no counsel, people fall right off the dock. Proverbs 15:23. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth. A word spoken in due season, how good it is. A word spoken in due season. A word spoken when you really need it. When someone has a word for you, when someone says something, when you know it's something from it's something from the Lord, and they say it, and it's in the right time, it's just when you need it. How good is that? That's so good. Proverbs 18. The heart of the prudent acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. The heart of the prudent acquires knowledge. The ear of the wise seeks knowledge. We need to continually be seeking good sense. Seek good sense. And have enough sense that when you hear it, you're able to do it. That we're able to apply the knowledge. Some people say that's wisdom. When you apply the knowledge that you hear, that's wisdom. Last one, Proverbs 3:19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens. By his knowledge, the depths were broken up and the clouds dropped down with dew. So he's going to, by understanding, we can establish our lives. When we start something, we start in mental assent. We're just getting it going. But through application, we can establish our lives. We can establish a habit. We can establish, how long does it take something to be established? Until it's established. Until it's faced sufficient adversity that it can withstand pressure. Then it's established. When it's not going to buckle under, sometimes people they have time or deadlines or things we have to meet, and it has to be done and we're under pressure. No, it doesn't matter the pressure. My heart is established. It doesn't matter what's come against me. It doesn't matter diagnosis. That doesn't matter. My heart is established. So I will not fear. I have a choice. I have a choice to fear and I have a choice not to fear. I choose not to fear. I choose faith. When your heart is established on faith, you'll choose faith. And that's when we start to see really, really, really great results. My name is Pastor Randy. This is the 3 Degrees Podcast, man. I'm so glad you stopped by. So glad you stayed to the end. Holy smokes. This is 14 minutes. 14 minutes. So let's recap here. When you're going to solve an issue problem, you want to get the facts. You want to apply common sense and get a wise plan. That's a good word. That's a good word right there. God bless. Until next time. See you soon.